After our obnoxious past 2 weeks here in the Western Pacific and specifically the Philippines, 4 back-to-back typhoons in under 2 weeks, we need a bit of a break. And a lot of you have been asking about, well, December. The Climate Prediction Center even saying there is a low chance, but a chance nonetheless, of something developing out here in the Philippine Sea. And if you take a look at the long-range spaghetti models, now I like these SpaghettiOs because it shows you the ensembles, and when you start getting circles stacked on top of each other, that increases confidence in those long-range models. So I try not to just look at the operational stuff when we're talking long-range, but the point is, you see right here in the last few frames, we kind of get some circles right in there. Now, it's possible, based on the official start of the Amihan, the northeast monsoon, if anything was to develop, it should go a little bit further towards the south than Luzon, more of a Visayas problem. But this is one of those things where we look at the long range, we monitor, we watch it, and at this point, it does look like, I'm really hoping the start of December is quiet, especially as we head into the holiday season out here, but there is a low chance. How about the way long range though? How about the La Nina? A lot of you have been asking, what's the status of it? Well, last I knew, there was a La Nina watch, right? There still is a La Nina watch in place. But the good news is that we're seeing it not terribly strong, and it shouldn't be long-lasting. So there's some good news there. In fact, you take a look at the sea surface temperature anomalies, not much of a change from last month, although there is below average here. That is indicative of the upwelling from our 6 back-to-back tropical systems there off the east coast of the Philippines. Point is, there's not much of a change. We are kind of in a weak La Nina phase at this time. The long-range guidance actually showing us kind of swing back to neutral and maybe over towards an El Nino as well as we head into next year. But more so ENSO neutral, which is it's better than a La Nina. Above average rainfall still likely in the Philippines through November and December and January. Once we get back to an ENSO neutral, we kind of get back to more average setups here. But for now, we still have a weak La Nina in place, which means for southeastern Asia from December over towards February, we see above average rainfall. Is that tropical storms? Yes, somewhat, but also a lot of this line stretching in here can be really a result of cold surges in our shear line that typically sets up in our winter months. As this high pressure ridge moves in, we get those enhanced warm easterlies, and within the collision of these two air masses, we get kind of these shear lines set up. So kind of an idea of what I'm talking about here, and that's why, through December and even over towards January, PAGASA, the Philippine Meteorological Agency, is saying above average rainfall across Luzon, even into Visayas here as well, as that easterly flow continues to set up. All right, let's talk about our local forecast, at least a little bit more near term. And here, taking a look at broader satellite imagery, what's left of Manhi out here near Vietnam, that's pretty much gone. We still have a little bit of convection flaring up, some cloud cover with light rainfall across parts of Okinawa, but in general, you just kind of have this easterly flow dominating out here in the Philippine Sea across the Western Pacific. Not much happening. In fact, the big topic is this northeasterly wind, which is really in play, bringing relatively cooler air here to northern Luzon. Some drizzle, rainfall across parts of Vietnam. You know what this looks like? Give you a hint. Starts with an A. It's the Amihan. It officially was declared by PAGASA here on November 17th. I said cold. Get that coffee out, especially in higher elevations, places like Baguio, but more so for places like Taiwan through the southern Japanese islands, where you do actually have that true northerly wind. Of course, it's relatively cooler in the Philippines, I get it, but further north, that's where you actually have to bring out a sweater. Here, it actually brings more pleasant weather, less of a chance of typhoons, and less humidity, less of that sweltering heat. But at least for now, things are calm. Like I mentioned, that very long-range forecast, we're keeping an eye on it. But for the time being, I don't see anything, at least over the upcoming week out here in the Western Pacific. Kind of have the leading edge, a bit of a shear line across the southern Japanese islands, and that moisture kicking up. But the big thing is when you get these type of setups, you get big old fat swells that start to set up, and that is creating some big old waves. For our friends across the north coast, even all the way down to Siargao, shout out to our friends in Siargao, you got some big swells coming on shore with that chance of some rain, but not a lot here on your Friday. Tacloban at 30 degrees. This says rain. I'm really not even confident you're going to get it there. Same over towards Cebu, a high of about 30 to 31 degrees. As we scoot further towards the north here on your Friday, though, look at Manila. Sunshine there for you in Manila. Taking a look off towards Subic, 33 here, even across parts of Pangasinan and the Cagayan Valley included, where you are still trying to dry out after that heavy rainfall from multiple typhoons. Guys, you need a break, and at least you do have a relative break outside of some light precip cloudy conditions, which is conducive, or not conducive, indicative is the word. Just throwing out big fancy words apparently. It is indicative of the northeast monsoon, or the Amihan, when you get cloudy skies out in this neck of the woods with that light precip in the forecast. But for Manila, yeah, sunny here on your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A few clouds, next surge coming in, with sunshine still in Monday over towards Tuesday. Temperatures continue to be in the lower 30s, but good news, the humidity is a bit less. That's the case for most of Luzon. Big thanks for everybody on Patreon who supports the channel, though. Can't thank you guys enough, especially people like Garmin, Colonel Cy, Jeff Davis, Jacqueline Smith, Guion, all donate more than $10 a month. It's just beyond me, some of the support we get, which is great. My goal is to do this full time, and if you guys like these updates, please stop by and donate. If we get up to a certain point, this is the job. We're not there yet, though. I got a family to support, but key thing is at least hit that like and subscribe button. That's free to do, especially hitting that subscribe button. It helps get more notifications out there, not only to you, but the algorithm really helps out too. So huge thanks for that. Let me know what you think about the graphics too. I've been working on updating them, making them a little bit better. So let me know what you guys think. As always though, thanks for watching. Truly appreciate it. All the way to the end of the video. If you did, watch it all the way to the end. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. I just said that. Stay safe out there. There we go.
Do you hate doing your taxes? Do you struggle figuring out what the law is and money management overseas?
I wish there was an easier way.
Well, FrontrunnerFinancial.com is your choice if this falls into your category. They're an international-based group of American accountants. They're based in Manila, and they're qualified to give you the best information where you are for those international finances. I wish I had these guys when I lived in Tokyo. Each year, it was a struggle. Where I needed to put money, what I needed to do. FrontrunnerFinancial.com. Be sure to check them out and let them know we sent them your way.